Hello and welcome to today's video from us on a bit of a controversial story about a female streaming game.
Hey everybody! Okay, cool. Water time, break time. All that junk has been taken out my stream. Oh, come on. No. Moderator, what do I do? Like, do I answer it?
No, this is Patrick.
So very recently, the FMV choice-based adventure game was mired in controversy and since had its trailer pulled from YouTube after the official PlayStation account deleted the trailer shortly after release following backlash after the game's title, Gamer Girl, began to trend on Twitter.
So Gamer Girl itself is an FMV thriller choice adventure game where you play as a moderator for an up-and-coming streamer, AbbyCake99. She's constantly threatened by annoying anonymous stalkers on her stream, as is per usual on the internet these days. As the moderator, it's your job to monitor the chat and keep unwanted shenanigans and reward good behavior and help her channel grow.
Now, this project was co-written by Alexandra Burton, the lead actress, who also improvised the entire script for the game. The research took about 4 years alone, and many of the things that she does experience in the game are driven from real life experience that have other female content creators have dealt with.
The game was intended to draw attention to the abuse and harassment female streamers encounter every day and to empower the story of a female streamer who overcomes the daily toxicity. Despite best intentions though, naturally the game found itself in a bit of a hotspot for the controversy.
A popular response that opposed the game was from Twitch streamer and Twitter user Lambchops, who encountered her own experience of toxicity, threats, and harassments, and her response was,
"So this game is going to give psychopaths the ability to harm this girl. Now, you're going to enable this behaviour and it's going to make them thirst for more and eventually want to make it real instead of virtual. No, no, no. There are sick people out there."
And I believe in the tweet as well, she actually attaches a couple of photos from her own stream chat which have got threats of being murdered and worse and other things that are really not good. So yeah, so that's what's been going on with this Gamer Girl thing, and we thought we'd talk about it. So it's obviously quite controversial, probably rightly so. I mean, do you think this was a smart game to be making at this time?
like, I get where they're coming from trying to make this game, right? They're trying to raise awareness for a problem that has always been and continues to be a big problem for female streamers on Twitch. Execution probably wasn't the best. Maybe if you played as Abby herself or something like that, but you're kind of just giving this third-person view of a way for other people to be able to do this. I get where Lambchops is coming from, though.
I think as well, the current climate is definitely the wrong time kind of to even try this. With everything going on at the moment, you know, everyone's coming forward, the current Twitter and everything like that, I think it's just kind of the wrong time to announce this. As well, the title's a little bit off. That name Gamer Girl has got such a bad stigma with it. It's in poor taste.
That's
true. The name, honestly.
I'm just gonna make sure he's okay.
I think the timing of the release is almost not poor, but the fact that it is even controversial at the moment is probably why it should be released now. But at the same time, I think the problem more is that the way the trailer portrays the game, it kind of shows a bit of a ditzy, silly, a bit unaware of what's going on girl, and I think many of them are aware of what's going on.
That's what I mean. It's like the stereotypical kind of gamer girl aspect of it is what they're portraying in the thing. One thing I would say though is, going back to that tweet and others I've seen about it as well, I think people are slightly off the mark a little bit because you're not playing the stalker, you're playing as a moderator, seeing it unfold rather. So like, rather than like for instance, Lambchop's thing is saying about giving the psychopaths the ability to harm this girl. That's not the case. You're the moderator who's got to moderate the chat and see.
Yeah, but if you don't moderate the chat, then you're letting them do it, right? So if you're a psychopath who gets off on doing that kind of thing, you might deliberately not make any actions to prevent it. You know what I mean? I think that's where she's coming from.
Yeah, but a lot of people seem to think that you play as a stalker, which isn't the case. I don't believe from what I've seen. Like I said, I might be wrong.
I didn't watch the trailer, but you'd hope. But
I think it's pretty clear that you're supposed to be a moderator, but at the same time, it doesn't matter if you're the moderator or the stalker. You're still able to help people abuse this girl, and that's probably in poor taste in being able to include in the game. I understand being able to show basic reactions to poor moderation, but being able to push it to the fact that you can like literally let people abuse her.
Like the trailer doesn't give full context of what's actually going to happen in it. It may be you'll get a choice between like ban and timeout rather than ban and do nothing.
Also, I mean, this left field into suddenly becoming a murder detective at the end of the video is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna...
I mean, it seems a bit short-sighted to me as well that, really, this is a problem that needs tackling, but not by playing a video game. I don't think there's... I get they're trying to raise awareness, but I don't think it's anything we're not aware of. I think we're all very much aware of what's going on. Maybe not exactly what they're receiving. I wouldn't know what they're seeing every day, but I can have a good guess. And it's not that I'm not aware of it, but there's not much I can do other than not be a part of it myself to counter that. You know, it's. I think there's other things that need to be done to prevent this kind of thing and other actions. So I think it's a bit of a. I don't know who they're aiming this game for, really, because I mean the girls are getting harassed aren't going to want to play it because they get that anyway, and it's not fun for them. So who's this game actually appealing to? Is my question. Is it even the right audience? And I think it's encouraging moderators as well that they should take on more responsibility. Like, we're not responsible as moderators, no matter who you are or what gender you are or who you identify as a person, as to what it's not your job to protect a streamer. You moderate the chat. That means getting rid of toxicity and stuff. You're not out there to protect them physically. That's the police job. So I think there's a bit of a dodgy territory in this game's topic as well. It's a bit sketchy.
Yeah, I just think personally something like this would have been better as a documentary rather than a game. Because at the moment, as well, like as soon as you use a game, it then loses a slight.
A choice game as well.
That's what I mean. It's a game at the end of the day, and whilst I'm sure the majority of players won't, you'll get some who will go, "Oh, it's just a game, bro. It don't matter. Oh, it's a game. It don't matter." It's the fact that it loses the underlying message that it's trying to give, and I think a documentary or a movie would have been a lot better way of doing it. Rather,
a documentary definitely would have been more useful, but at the same time, like a documentary's goal is clear. This is something that's shown for perspective's sake and being able to understand what's going on. I kind of just have to build on what Lou said. Who the hell is this aimed at? Like, people who don't already abuse female streamers probably won't be interested in this type of game. People who do might be interested in this type of game for the sake of getting off on the exact same thing, and everything else is kind of just a middle ground. You'll probably have some kids play it because it looks interesting and whatnot, and besides that, I don't see this being able to help in any realistic sort of fashion.
I mean, the game's, again, the trailer's been deleted. The developer, Wales Interactive, I think it was. I've forgotten now. I should have had a tab open somewhere, but I completely lost the tab. But they've actually deleted the game even referenced on the website. So
wasn't it in like?
Seems a bit of a short-sighted development.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's just gone. So whether this game will actually see the light of day, we don't know. But that's the story for today's video. Gamer Girl. All right, so that's it from us today.
So let us know what you think about the topic down below in the comments as well.
And give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
No, this is Patrick. No!